Texas, home to cowboys, longhorns, and rattlers. They say everything's bigger in Texas, from animals to food and even the trucks. And we, the Aussie Dreamlivers, are here to discover if everything really is bigger in the Lone Star State.
There's a snake in the car! Can you believe places like this exist?
Jonny.
One for me and one for the sergeant. High school football in Texas.
Alo.
You're a friggin' monster truck! Oh yeah!
And Gimli.
Get in the sky, live the dream. That was amazing.
Join us, the Aussie Dreamlivers, as we dive headfirst into arguably the greatest state of all, Texas. We, the Aussie Dreamlivers, continue our search to find the biggest and the best things that Texas has to offer.
Texas is a big state. You go from desert 1 minute to massive canyons that you would see in like the old Western movies the next.
This actually feels like the movies. This is actually like there should be cowboys in those hills.
What we did end up seeing was some pretty spectacular scenery. It was a big old state.
Sometimes you think to yourself it's going to be all fun and games. Sometimes there's nothing going on.
Unless you're blindly trusting in that GPS.
This road.
This is saving us 4
Oh, yes. Whoa.
We ain't going through there.
That's got some depth to it.
What's the plan, Johnny? Are we driving through it or what? We don't even know how far to the next road.
In Texas, they drive big rigs, so this is no deal for them. But for the humble tourists,
But knowing us, we'll go through it, we'll get stuck. There's no cell coverage, and we'll be stuck here for who knows how long.
After backing up what felt like a few hundred kilometres, there was a more pressing matter that we needed to attend to.
the Dreamlivers love searching for animals. They said, longhorns, you'll find them on every corner down there in Texas.
Johnny, every time. Is that a longhorn? Is that a longhorn?
Well, we looked and looked and looked.
And you know what? It was bugging him. It was bugging me as well because he kept asking me everywhere we went, where are the longhorns?
It was really hard to find armadillos. It was hard to find longhorns. Longhorns.
We found them.
And there they are.
We found Texas longhorns. Hallelujah, there's actually longhorns in Texas.
I'm in paradise.
One of the best things about Texas is the epic food that is on offer.
Who's ready for some Texas Style Burgers?
Armadillos, we looked up online, it's like apparently this local institution, the place is decked out. There's catfish on the menu, which I know this guy is super excited to try out. And I'm getting myself a 1.5 pound burger. This place looks good, there's armadillos on the wall, you know it's gonna be good.
Unbelievable.
It's the size of a plate. It's actually a good burger.
And Gim's catfish was looking pretty good too.
Yeah, it looks like it's a wider piece of fish. Succulent, great breading, perfect.
Last bite. Who done it? 1.5 pound burger. At Armadillos in San Antonio, you got to suss it out because this thing is good.
1 pound of Tex-Mex burger. There it goes.
And as it got later, Gim had further plans for the night.
We are at Victoria's Black Swan Inn. Welcome.
One of the most haunted spots that you'll find anywhere in Texas.
It was originally a homestead starting in 1867. It has been everything from a battle site to for a Texas independence history.
We got a chance to do a little bit of investigating for ourselves. Now, I don't know if it was just me.
Seems to be going off constantly.
Does that mean I'm a ghost?
I think you might be a ghost.
But I didn't find anything, which was a little bit sad.
Coming up, Gim has a crack at live TV commentating.
Were you expecting to see people on horses, 6-shooters, on hips?
And later on.
Holy hell! What's this idiot gone and bought?
Johnny,
I'm gonna start burning around with this baby. Does flips, a baby drone.
That was Grizz. Oh, Grizz. Grizz is away.
From flying drones to doing what the Dreamlivers do best, smashing food.
Hurry up! When in America, hit every bit of American fast food.
It's all fun and games when you're making a TV show.
The Osmo.
Especially when you spend hours upon hours driving just to get one single shot of an armadillo.
In true Dreamlivers style, we like to find animals, and we're in Texas. Everyone says there's armadillos here, so we're like, let's go look for armadillos.
We got told by locals, this is the hot spot.
It was hard with these guys making as much noise as they did, but we got out, we had a look, and eventually, as dust started to settle in,
We found him.
They do exist. You can find armadillos in Texas.
And of course, there were certain moments where Gimli couldn't control himself.
I love myself some board games, some role-playing games. Holy moly, would you look at this? Dragons coming out of vents, beholders floating through on the roof. Even the bathrooms were themed.
But this isn't just any game store, it's a game store in Texas, which means the bigger, the better.
This is Formula D. This is the original version, but we're in Texas. So we do something a little bit bigger.
And if you think the board games are big in Texas, just wait until you see what we've got coming up.
He smashed me against the wall a couple of times.
And monster trucks.
When they say everything's bigger in Texas, this is what they're talking about. Is this on the road? Okay. What was that? It's a bobcat! It's a friggin' bobcat!
Although we're in Texas, we managed to track down another Aussie living the Texas dream in a very un-Texas way.
Hi, I'm Finlay Wood. I'm from Melbourne, Australia. Yeah, I'm here in Texas playing hockey.
So we did the most un-Texas thing imaginable.
You guys ready for a good time? You're gonna get on the ice?
And with that challenge, it was time to pad up and hit the ice.
Let's do it, Johnny. Let's do it!
And even though it's Texas, and this is not a hockey state, these guys were good.
Hopefully no broken bones. Maybe I'll lose a few teeth.
In fact, I was struggling just to skate, let alone play hockey.
A number of years ago, I did learn to ice skate.
What did you just do? You just did a full spin. Do it again.
It's really not that amazing.
Johnny knows what he's doing.
Been summoned in.
Coach is like, all right, who wants to see the Aussies do a face-off? They put Johnny and I together. Johnny's played some ice hockey in the past, so I knew he was going to be experienced. I can barely skate. I scored the first goal, though. I started celebrating so hard.
I didn't know it at this point in time, but this was a best of 3 game.
We're not done though. We're not done though. We don't quit.
It's my pleasure and privilege to put Baker on the ice.
He smashed me against the wall a couple of times.
Put him down on the ground and then put the puck in the net. I wasn't going to let that guy win. 2-1, I crushed him.
This filthy dog. He slammed me twice.
My chance to beat him up.
Okay, Johnny.
I got up 2-1. We're both wrecked. Time for some donuts and Coca-Cola.
They even gave us the royal send-off.
I'm so stuffed. Like, let's get a feed. This guy killed me out there.
I knocked him over a few times. I was right behind him. I'm like, I'm here, let's do it.
I tried to knock him over. I was flat out staying upright myself.
Coming up, it's game time. And we take on the halftime show.
So I figured I'd do what all the pros do, dip it straight in the water, and it was filthy.
And monster trucks. We're hanging out at the Texas Brahmas ice hockey game.
Seeing the game live was a pretty special event. I love getting in and amongst, hearing the crowd going, old mate, Bango.
And Gimli had literally no idea what we just nominated him for.
We chucked Gim in the deep end. We kind of just dobbed him in to do commentating. So now he's in there commentating the game and he knows literally nothing about hockey.
Everyone's going to be watching going, who is this idiot?
Gim from the Aussie Dreamlivers in town.
Gim's not said one word in the last 4 minutes.
What an occasion to be on live television commentating a live sports event.
He's still feeling it, Gim, but I think he'll be okay.
Turns out I had no idea what I was talking about, though.
And that puck sure moves. Absolutely.
But it was really cool to hear it live and in person, happening right next to me in the box.
And how has the Lone Star State treated you so far?
It's been fantastic. Everyone's super friendly.
Were you expecting to see people on horses?
6-shooters on hips at all times.
Here's the deal. First to smash 3 dogs wins.
So I figured I'd do what all the pros do, dip it straight in the water. And it was filthy.
I went into it with one thought and one thought alone. I'm going to cookie monster this bad boy and shove it down my gullet. Turns out you can fit an entire hot dog in your mouth. You also can't chew once you've done it.
Looks like Alo's going to be the champ, finishing up the last few chews.
Open up now.
And we have a winner, Alo, the winner of our hot dog eating competition, straight from Australia.
Hot dog eating champion of the Aussie Dreamlivers.
I'm all right at the moment. I mean, I'd have more dogs happily, but maybe a bit slower than that. But you guys rock!
And then me and Gim got to cruise like little boys on the Zamboni around the ice, waving to the kids.
You good, Johnny?
Of course, this show is all about finding the biggest and the best stuff in Texas, and they don't get much bigger or better than this.
My name is Mike Walsh. We're out here with my truck plumb crazy. Are you boys from down under ready for a good time in Texas?
When they say everything's bigger in Texas, this is what they're talking about.
These guys go to an event, typically to hang out, called Rednecks with Paychecks.
Massive trucks, massive personalities, true Texas.
My eyes were straight on a puddle jumper, the smallest rig there. I had a quick word and found out it was one of the toughest to drive, but also one of the most intense.
Tearing through that mud, there were times where I was like, please don't flip this over, dude. I don't want to die.
splashing through mud. We're spraying mud up everywhere. And then all of a sudden we look at Gim. Gim's in this little puddle splasher truck.
Once they'd revved its guts out in the middle of the mud puddle, it actually sunk so deep they couldn't get it out. We needed Big Red to haul us.
We're gonna give you a tow, okay?
Big problem was, old mate didn't want to get out of his truck.
Got a rope, you just gotta come get it.
So of course that fell to me.
What are you doing, Gim?
That's it, Gim.
Gim saving the day.
Doing a good job, Gim.
Time to pull Gim out. He's stuck in the mud.
Some people pay for a mud bath. Me, I just haul trucks.
And coming up,
Mike's like, okay, you ever been monster trucking before? And I'm like, no. So he's like, here, drive my monster truck over this car.
Who is in the driver's seat?
Mike has trusted me to drive his truck.
Is someone letting this man behind the wheel of this
I'm gonna
thing?
take this thing for a burn, and I'm scared to death I'm gonna flip it.
Mike's like, here, drive my monster truck over this car.
I have no clue what... Holy hell! I'm driving a freaking monster truck! Oh yeah! Oh man! What do you think? That was insane!
You watch Mike's face, like you could tell he was genuinely nervous. And then when I come down off the car, you can just see the instant relief.
truthfully, I wasn't even remotely done in that truck.
I cannot believe they let Grizz get in that machine and drive it, but it was actually very cool to watch.
Damn! I drove over cars, drove through the mud. Texas, baby. Everything's bigger.
And as the sun started to set on our time in Texas, we reflected on all the amazing things we got to experience.
It was really hard to find armadillos. It was hard to find longhorns.
We found them!
And there they are.
From longhorns to the ice.
I scored the first goal though.
From the ice rink to arguably proof that Bigfoot exists. Even getting to drive epic Texan rigs. Gim got some hang time.
If you're ever down in Texas, cowboy up, get in the sky. That was amazing.
Some pretty crazy, unbelievable Texas food challenges.
Let's do it!
They just keep bringing them out.
And of course, the wildlife.
We were out there on the rattler hunt.
I'm telling you, Johnny, there was a rattler right here.
Keep your eyes peeled, boys.
Turns out we didn't have to go far to find one.
There's a friggin' snake in the car.
We even made an arrest with a real Texan cop.
I am a big fan of cops.
And it's like I'm watching cops on TV, but actually I'm watching from the back of the police car.
So I make a wager with Baker.
I'd just like to thank this Gator Gar for the coffee and donuts he's provided me.
I just shout this guy donuts now.
And of course, learning to ride like a Texan.
I think he's going to take Jim for a run.
I'm gonna get killed, aren't I?
When in Texas.
To the least likely animals you'd
And if
expect.
that fence wasn't there, I'm pretty sure he would have taken me on.
And of course, don't forget Johnny's addiction to donuts.
I wouldn't be surprised if some of his DNA was pure donut at this point.
Oh man! What do you think? That was insane!
When Johnny books a hotel, who knows what you're going to get?
There is no way that this is the hotel.
And what is dead
There's a
in
dead
front of
raccoon
it?
in front of it. This is where the GPS sent us to check in. This might sound weird, but Johnny actually did pretty well with some of the hotels we stayed at.
And it was time to show Johnny some appreciation.
I decided I'd do something nice for him, so I've headed to Walmart and I've got him some donuts. He'll be up there in the room. Johnny, I've got you something special. This is just a little something from us boys for saying thank you for booking us into the most amazing hotels over this whole trip.
This is a sign of good things to come.
And
the
that
air conditioner's smashed.
and that cable dish on the ground.
Yeah, this will be good. Yeah, I think we'll really enjoy
All right,
this.
well, my credit card's gonna get scammed here.
And there they are. Get into them, Johnny.
But there was just one last thing we needed to do to make our mark on Texas.
Cadillac Ranch Amarillo. Buy a couple of cans of spray paint and go nuts.
Let's let these guys know the Dreamlivers have been here.
Aussie Dreamlivers.
Even though it was probably going to be covered over in less than an hour, this was proof that the Dreamlivers conquered Texas.
You guys can try and stop me if you want. When we're on the way back to town, I'm stopping in at Macca's and getting a large $1 soda.
Every time.
I can't get Dr. Pepper in Australia, so every chance we have, I'm getting a Dr. Pepper.
This is Texas! Terry the tortoise. Welcome to Night Watch.
Awesome, fantastic. Night Watch.
As Johnny would say, Texas, I love you, and good night.
The Aussie Dreamlivers!
Texas, we went big, and now it was time to go home.
What are you doing, Johnny?
He is not happy.